Was that a test?
No, it wasn't a test, but we got to talk about this. Okay, so you came after me so hard.
No. You started this
by simply existing.
No.
That's how it exists. That's how it happened. I existed watching a movie.
You're like, the Tomorrow War is better than Edge of Tomorrow, which I don't even know why you pulled that out of your ass.
Because they're both war films about the future.
Not the same thing.
They're close freaking enough. I mean, they
not
don't
even close.
The only way they could be closer is if they were the exact same film. That's the only way they could be closer. The premises are tight enough that they could be in the same genre.
No!
In fact, I think they might actually be literally in the same genre. You got action, adventure, and drama, and you got action, adventure, sci-fi. Which the fact that the Tomorrow War didn't get sci-fi is more of an issue to me.
Well, you're taking IMDb's fucking stance on this. So it's like, they're basically the same fucking movie.
Chris Pratt did awesome in this movie. And I thought his daughter did great too.
I'm arguing the point that you said Tomorrow War is better than Edge of Tomorrow.
Tomorrow War is better than Edge of Tomorrow.
Not even close.
It's a way better story. It's a way better conclusion. You don't have you have similar sacrifices from both the female leads.
I'm brother on a fucking homicide right now. I will stab you over this, dude.
Dude, so tell me why you think Edge of Tomorrow is better than Tomorrow War. Well, first off, what's your gripe with Tomorrow War?
For one, Edge of Tomorrow? Oh, this is going to get you mad.
What's the gripe with Tomorrow War? Start there. What is your problem with the Tomorrow War? Because you actually stopped me while I was watching it, and you paused and said, you're wasting your time. This movie sucks. It doesn't suck. It's not an amazing film, but it doesn't suck. It wasn't a waste of time.
It sucks.
No, it doesn't. Doesn't suck.
It was a pointless movie.
All movies are pointless.
No, the Tomorrow War didn't need to be a movie at all. First of all,
what kind of argument is that? The Mona Lisa didn't need to be art at all. What kind of argument is that it should never have existed? You never should have been born. That's such a terrible argument. What is your problem with this movie? It's a waste of time, but you're not telling me why. You're not telling me what the problem with the movie is. What is the problem with the movie?
Problem with the movie is
chirp 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 chirp.
There's so many better movies trying to do the same thing that Tomorrow War was. Tomorrow War is just I don't know, just trying to eke into the realm of oh, this could be a cool concept, and then it just turns out to not be.
I thought the concept was good. I mean, it's not perfect. Well, I thought the parasitic alien monsters were actually well developed.
I hear I'm loud and high pitched every time I'm asking.
I thought the alien. What did you think about the alien design? I thought the alien design was actually pretty good. You had fast breeding. You had ant colony style monsters that multiplied very fast. They were world ending. They were super aggressive. They were hard to kill.
Boring as a fucking antagonist. First of all.
What? How so? They're just monsters, sure, but it's also a drama.
The monster thing is boring as shit.
The story is about the dad.
There's no story.
The story is about the dad and the daughter reconciling after this issue happened, and the dad ultimately coming to terms with whether or not he needs to forgive or not forgive his dad. So, yeah, there was emotion in this story, and there was a story that comes with how a son learned to forgive his absent father, who left him after he was having
blonde face bimbo, whatever her face is.
I don't.
She's cute.
She did fine. She wasn't the worst part of the movie.
She does a good job.
Is
also Chris Pratt. Also, he's
Chris fucking Pratt.
Wait, J.K. is in this too?
Yeah. What is your problem? This is a good film.
Oh, just because J.K.'s in it. No.
That is enough. First off, that is enough. J.K. Simmons being in a film is enough. That's not high.
I can kind of concede to that.
Okay. Then you have Chris Pratt, who did a great job. Yvonne Strahovski, the Russian bitch.
You don't know you're Russian, huh?
I can't speak Russian. I'll never learn it. I'm going to the gulag.
You should.
I'm going to the gulag with you. But no, this movie was good, and I thought it's a drama.
It had all the hallmarks of being great. but it just fell flat on its fucking face.
I thought it was...
And the problem we have is comparing it to Edge of Tomorrow.
Edge of Tomorrow, what is the story in Edge of Tomorrow? Where's the character's beginning and the character's end? I'm talking story, not plot. Plot being the physical things that happen, story being the emotional journey. Where is it?
Tom Cruise, being Tom Cruise.
Where's the emotional fucking journey in Edge of Tomorrow?
He starts as a basically retarded, just like, I'm here to sign up for the army, and he ends up being a total fucking badass.
He's a recruiter.
Same with Emily Blunt.
He wasn't a badass. He had to go through his montage.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. He ends up a badass.
Chris Pratt doesn't need a montage.
Chris Pratt's always badass.
Chris Pratt don't need a montage.
Montage.
Chris Pratt doesn't need no montage. Tom Cruise almost always needs a montage.
I would say Edge of Tomorrow is one of the best time travel movies that have come out.
Where is his character growth? Tell me where that
throughout
is.
Failing hundreds of thousands of times.
His character growth is his montage?
A montage.
Montage. Okay.
Because he starts out just being a rep for the army. It's like, hey, let's get people together.
Yeah.
And then he fucks up and ends up in the shit.
Yeah, in the army.
Yeah.
Yep. On the ground, in the mud, the blood, sweat, and the tears. I get it.
And
that's
then he ends up in the mud, blood, sweat, and tears.
That's plot.
Hundreds of times.
That's plot.
So it's like, now I'm a full-grown badass, but he doesn't even do it that way. He takes it like I've been in this shit, but he doesn't say. He's just like, I'm kind of sick of this shit. Like, can we get over it, kind of thing?
Yeah. The fact that Edge of Tomorrow got like almost an 8 actually offends me.
What?
It offends me that it actually did that well because it's not a good film. It's got plenty of action.
Oh my god.
Oh, of course it's got Emily Blunt in it, your favorite freaking terrible actress.
And the most hated actress that you have.
I can't stand Emily Blunt. She's not good. She's fine. She's not
excellent.
good. But Tom Cruise in this film, like he acts good. It's a good premise.
Are you
but there's
playing
no
a character
growth
right now? Have you actually watched this movie?
Yeah.
Have you?
Yes, I've seen it many times. I've seen it maybe twice.
Why have you watched it many times?
I've seen it twice, maybe 3 times. I don't know.
Why?
Because it was on my fall asleep to playlist. I don't know.
Is that why?
Yeah, probably. But you've seen Tomorrow War, me having seen a movie more than once is not evidence to the quality of the film.
I've only seen Tomorrow War once, and I hated it immediately.
I hated Edge of Tomorrow immediately. And I watched it more than once.
Are we fighting over Tomorrow or Edge of Tomorrow, or are we fighting which is better?
Which is better? Because I think Tomorrow War is better. Now, here's the thing.
It's such dog shit.
I think the Tomorrow War is better because there's actually a character growth and character arc. And the character comes out the end of the movie a different person than he goes in.
Really?
I think that's better.
I didn't even think there was a character in it. I thought it was just a dude that was dropped in the future to take out this fucking alien, and it's just like, and then we end it.
Did you finish the movie? You said you started the movie and you hated it. Okay, but then you don't think that the emotional growth between Chris Pratt's character,
no emotional growth,
between Chris Pratt's character and J.K. Simmons' character was there? You don't think that the reconciling with his father is there? You don't think him learning to forgive his father's there? His daughter like becoming such an inspiration, and his daughter dying being such a pivotal moment in his character growth? You don't think any of this happened?
I think Tom Cruise's character in Edge of Tomorrow is so much better than...
he's cooler, but he's not a better character.
He's cooler.
He's cooler. At the end of Edge of Tomorrow, he's the same fucking character, but he's the hero. He's just the hero. He's not a different character. He was Okay, the best I can give you is that he goes from being a selfish, arrogant person who's up for selling his lies and he's a good salesman to being
saving the entire human race.
That's plot. That's not character growth. That's just the thing he did. It's not how he changed.
He gave up his life in order to save the human race.
Doesn't he live at the end of that movie?
Yeah, but
come the fuck on! That is a direct contradiction to the thing you just said! He fucking is alive at the end of the film. Sacrificing himself.
I will admit, the end of the movie, a lot like any other movie, it basically shits the bed at the end. To where it's like, you had this great thing going on, and then you kind of stumble and fall.
Okay.
It's like crossing the end zone
line. This is like that. It's like
it's like crossing the end zone and throwing the football at the same time. It's like, you didn't actually make a touchdown, bro.
No. But, I mean, Edge of Tomorrow had a good premise. I'm not saying anything about its premise. It's a cool, futuristic, adventure war story starring Tom Cruise and everyone's favorite terrible actress, Emily Blunt. I get why people would like this and get excited about it, but it's not the same thing as watching a character actually grow. He doesn't change as a character. He becomes self-sacrificing.
He doesn't change at all. He's the same character.
That's the
throughout.
Thing. That's what I'm saying. That's not a good story. You need character growth in your stories for them to be good.
No, I was saying that about your fucking movie.
My character learned to forgive his absentee dad after watching his daughter die in front of him. He goes through far more emotional trauma than Tom Cruise literally going through the same thing over and over again multiple times.
I watched Edge of Tomorrow and what's that show?
What? What is what show? You've given me nothing. What? I've watched Tom Cruise and that show. Tom Cruise hasn't been in any shows that I'm aware of.
I watched the Tomorrow War and that show that, what's his face is also in.
Terminal List?
Pratt. Yes.
I like the Terminal List.
So, it's very hard to distinguish the two. Terminal List, awesome.
Terminal List, awesome.
It's just, I think I might get a little bit mixed up when it comes to that character arc. And then Tomorrow War's character arc.
Because you're having a hard time seeing Chris Pratt in two different projects and distinguishing?
No.
No?
You putting words in my mouth?
No, I'm trying to understand why you're looking at these two different IPs and saying you can't see the difference.
At the same time, and I watched them both at the same time.
That's fair. So I mean, I think that the Terminal List was really good.
Yeah. Character arc there.
There was a character arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was no character arc. Okay, it comes back to you said.
I will say that the Terminal List has less character growth than.
We're not about that. Bitch.
Than the Tomorrow War. I think he has more character growth in Tomorrow War than Terminal List. You said
Tomorrow War was better than Edge of Tomorrow.
It is objectively better. Than Edge of Tomorrow.
Okay, so you said that in passing to me when I was taking a piss. You're just like, hey, I think this is better than that. I never say anything about Edge of Tomorrow.
You said it wasn't worth the time and you said it was bad.
Yeah, no.
What did you mean? You didn't say anything about Edge of Tomorrow?
Edge of Tomorrow I didn't say anything about. You just walked by and was like, hey, this movie's better than Edge of Tomorrow while I was taking a piss. And I was like, what the fuck?
Because it is.
It comes out of nowhere. No, Edge of Tomorrow is so much better.
It's not. It's not better. It's honestly, I think that it's cool sci-fi and it's really interesting action and seeing Emily Blunt and Tom Cruise on the screen together is kind of good chemistry, but Do you think Tomorrow War is great? No, I wouldn't say great because you don't think it's great. Mm-hmm. I don't.
It's better.
It's good.
Because of just Chris Pratt?
No. I think the character growth argument I've already laid out is the strongest argument I have for why it's better than Edge of Tomorrow. There is no character growth in Edge of Tomorrow. There's a lot of character growth in the Tomorrow War. So I think that's my strongest argument for why it's better.
You know you have the worst takes.
No, tell me okay.
Yeah.
Attack my argument.
You're wrong.
Attack my argument.
There is no character growth in Tomorrow War.
Yes, there is.
Chris Pratt. Who gives a shit? It's a dumbass fucking shoot 'em up sci-fi movie. There's no substance there. Edge Tomorrow has substance.
Why are you ignoring the fact that Chris Pratt's acting was phenomenal? You are ignoring. You're ignoring the character growth. Why are you doing that? Because the character growth in the Tomorrow War. So he at the beginning of the movie can't even bring himself to see his daughter.
His fucking daddy. Who gives a shit?
his character can't even bring himself to communicate with his dad, and it goes through the movie to a point where he's literally introducing his dad to his daughter and has forgiven him for being gone from his life. He literally goes a 180 on a character flaw he has, which is he can't forgive his father. And he has to lose the war, his daughter, and have a risk of losing his family and the world again in order to reconcile things with his dad. Character growth, case closed.
Character growth. Bam!
You have to dismiss everything I've just said for your statement that there's no character growth to be true.
So does that make it a better movie than Edge of Tomorrow?
I think that there are more...
Just because of that character alone?
I think the monsters are actually better than...
How do you feel about...
I think the monsters in Tomorrow War are better than Edge of Tomorrow. I think the monsters in Tomorrow War are better than Edge of Tomorrow.
I think you're just being an asshole on purpose now.
No, they're close enough that it's not a huge hang-up for me, but I do think the monsters in the Tomorrow War are cooler than the monsters in Edge of Tomorrow.
Well, for one, it doesn't... Edge of Tomorrow doesn't really rely on the monsters or anything. It's more of a character-driven piece. It's basically...
he has to win because he has to win?
What's that Bill Murray...
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
It's Groundhog's Day for... Tom Cruise. He's just... How... I don't even... You got me stuck, bro.
I'm giving you room. I'm giving you all the room you need. But you're not giving me anything to work with. The Edge of Tomorrow is... It's at best a fun action film, but it's not actually a character story.
Yeah.
You said it was a character story.
No, I didn't say it was a character story.
Comment in the comments with the time slot that Cody said it's a character story.
I didn't say that Tomorrow War was a character story.
No, the Edge of Tomorrow. You said the Edge of Tomorrow was a character story.
Yeah, I mean, you just said I thought your movie was a character story.
The Tomorrow War is more of a character story. The Tomorrow War is not as much an action sci-fi story as it is a story of Chris Pratt's character going through things and actually growing and becoming and learning to forgive his father and becoming a better character. So it is more of a character story than The Edge of Tomorrow, where Tom Cruise's character effectively comes out the other end the same, but the war has been stopped and he's the hero.
Coming out the same? No.
Yeah, he kind of learns to sacrifice himself, but doesn't wind up sacrificing himself. Whoop-de-fucking-do.
No, he does.
No, he's not at risk of dying until the very last part, where he's already been trained to be a fucking super soldier. So
no, he's he's a soldier talker like you are.
Yeah, he's a salesperson.
Just talks and talks and talks.
Yeah, hi.
And he comes.
Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
Comes out being a fucking badass.
Yeah, I do.
Obviously, after living 1,000 lives.
First off, I don't think it's 1,000 times. What was the real number?
It's actually a lot longer than that.
No, I don't think it was.
No,
I think it was maybe like a few, like 100.
It's weird.
We've done this 64 times. I gotta fact check this. Do I really have to fact check this right now? Do I really have to find this out?
Do you want to?
I really do, actually. Hold.
How many days does Tom Cruise live in Edge of Tomorrow?
Okay.
I guarantee you it's a fuckload.
All right,
it's
I'm
enough
looking
to make you sweat.
That's a lot of days. How many days does Tom... It's hard to type one-handed. Tom Cruise.
That's all right. It's not actually a podcast. We're just fighting.
No, we're just... This is a different series. This is a pilot.
It's not like I have to fill up time.
How many days does Tom Cruise character die?
A lot. And then he's also, hanging out with Emily Blunt's character the entire time. He gets him to a certain place.
You know they never bang, right?
They keep on dying in the same place. It's like, I've watched you die so many fucking times.
All right. How many times Tom Cruise character die?
Fuck you, Screen Rant.
Yeah, fucking you, Screen Rant. Stupid bitch.
Stupid bitch.
All right. Tom Cruise character dies through the mill. Blank. Loop killer, Tom Cruise.
Oh, you missed it.
Did I miss it?
Yeah.
Rita Beach 16, various trainings,
like,
blah, blah, blah. First time, blah, blah, blah.
It's like...
okay. It's a total of 26 deaths. 26 deaths.
No.
Hold on. It's right here. So it's...
Wait, 26 deaths before he finally comes out on top.
Yep.
Edge of Tomorrow 2. What? No.
Yeah, sorry. It's only 26 times. That really, really choked me up, huh?
Oh, yeah.
You really caught me.
Screen Rant.
Yeah,
You've always been a
they outed you.
arbiter of
fact and knowledge.
fact.
But the
it's like Groundhog's Day. There's Bill Murray's character has lived that day like over and over.
Sure.
Again for 1,000 days or whatever.
But there's also
it's insane.
But there's another interesting philosophy in this
Oh,
story
going
that
back
has
to
to
the
do with
original
like
point.
well with the Tomorrow.
So you think Tomorrow War is better?
Tomorrow War is better. I'm proving that in real time
Are
in
you?
4K. Yes. The Tomorrow War also deals with
no one's gonna agree with you.
Tomorrow War also like the Tomorrow War also deals with the complexities around like a service draft.
Tomorrow War doesn't deal with any complexities.
Like, how about the service draft, where the entire world literally has to go through a drafting process, and you see all these characters.
With the draft.
Well, you see all these like kids who are like, "What's the point? We lose the war. We've all done the math. Then the draft keeps happening. Families want to run away. You can't hide from the draft. Like, this is all stuff that's complex, and it's deeply scarring to like the characters in this world and in this story. And it matters because it's one more thing on Chris Pratt's shoulders as he's going into this, and he doesn't want to. And then you feel
When does all that happen?
in the first 45 minutes of the story.
Exactly.
So like
Now,
a third of the way in.
any emotional thing that happens is in the first 30, 40 minutes.
No, his daughter dying happens in the latter half of the movie.
His daughter doesn't die.
His daughter does die right in front of him, and he can't save her.
What's her face doesn't die?
Yes, she does. That's the whole. Like, he literally gets the vial, the serum or whatever, and he's trying to save her.
Is that the time travel bullshit?
It's a time traveling movie.
Yeah, but I'm saying she survives though.
The daughter in the past, like, is still a young daughter in the past, unrelated to the war that's happening, but he connects with his future daughter.
I'm still putting terminal list.
That in the terminal list, his daughter is so dead.
So dead.
Murdered by his brother. Terrible. Terrible tragedy. But the monsters in this movie were actually better too, I think, than in Edge of Tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, they were. I think they were.
How?
Well, they're just better. They don't have the futuristic time goo inside them. I don't know.
No, yours has the future.
No, yours does. Edge of Tomorrow has the futuristic time goo inside the monsters, which isn't that how the Major got his ability to travel back in time? Was that he killed one and then it came in his mouth?
It's got game fucking
Plot armor?
I'll concede to that. It's got game like rules to it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you kill one of these, then
You get superpowers.
yeah.
Yeah. Fun. So good. So much story. So much story. So much plot and story.
So
Crazy.
much better.
I mean,
Emotional wise, so much better.
it's literally, oh my God. Literally, every time he has to go back in time, the consequences of him going back in time, negative, like, just lose their luster every time. Because there's literally no consequence to him going back in time until he loses his power to do so.
No, it gives you that perspective of just like, I've done this shit so many times, and then he just fucks off on his motorbike and goes to a bar, and it's like, man, it's hard to even be fucking just doing this shit all the time.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's so hard.
It gives you that perspective of just like living nonstop, doing the same shit day in and day out, over and over again. It could probably explain. It probably explains most of our lives, to be honest. But
I think the Tomorrow War is better than Edge of Tomorrow. I don't understand
but he just goes in and is like, "Oh, we need you. Here's the war. Hey, we're gonna put you in the future and drop you from the sky.
He's not special.
You're all gonna die.
That's what the draft is about. Like, he's not special.
Half of you are not gonna land in this skyscraper pool.
That was actually fucked. That was
It's
so
dumb as shit. It's the dumbest movie I've ever seen.
So for people who haven't seen The Tomorrow War, first and foremost, you should really have watched both these movies for this argument to be making sense to you. But for people who haven't seen The Tomorrow War, when he does travel back in time, they actually miss the location and they drop all the people from the fucking sky.
No, they do that all the time.
Except for like 6 people who land in, except for like 10 people who land in a pool.
Going back in Raccoon, and it's like, oh.
No, they don't make that mistake all the time. This was
They
nice.
don't keep dropping motherfuckers straight out of the sky?
No! They were supposed to land on Cocoa Beach in Miami, Florida.
What?
They were supposed to land on a beach off Florida. Miami-Dade. I'm sorry, not Cocoa Beach. Miami-Dade, Florida. They were supposed to land there, but they were supposed to land on the beach 10 feet off the ground. It's a line in the movie. Learn your cinema. Learn your film.
You have specific locations, so I'll believe you on that.
Yeah, because they're not just dropping all of their recruits from the fucking sky and killing them.
That's the complaint of the movie. Everyone's like, why the fuck is everyone just dropping from the sky all the time?
Because the time travel hardware was failing, and the time traveling hardware was failing.
That's a bad time travel movie to begin with.
Well, they were very honest about the fact that they like
that sucks.
The machine that does the time traveling is like a held together by duct tape and like crappy mechanics and stuff like that. And it's not. They only have one of it, and it's not like a mass-produced time travel concept. And they even put it like right in the middle of like the last surviving human city. It's like the only place they have for it.
Could you imagine running up? It's like, yo, this has been super official so far, but like, don't take a look at the machine. I know it's got duct tape on it and whatnot, but it's like, can you just...
Wasn't that your argument for Tenet? That Tenet was fine, Tenet was fine, like with its line,
why
like, don't think about it. It's complicated. It's complicated. Don't think about it.
Yeah,
that was your line for why Tenet was good.
You're too dumb to figure it out.
It's not.
I'm not talking about Tenet.
In The Tomorrow War, they explained why the time travel is so janky and why it does such a mediocre job.
Dumb it is.
It's because they're losing the war, and they're all dying, and they have few resources, and humanity is down to like 500,000 people in total. Like, that's a little bit of people relative to the 8 billion we have now.
That's a very little bit of people.
That's
less than the population of the state that we currently occupy.
Exactly. See, and if you have one state of people and they have to maintain this time machine,
I'm not.
It's probably gonna have
following Chris Pratt into the void.
Well, you're gonna get drafted, so you're gonna get going either way.
Oh fuck them!
No, they're gonna.
I'll make a new monarchy.
They're gonna put you in the gulag.
I'm making an empire.
Oh man,
we're bringing Rome right back.
But I do think that the character growth in this movie is better than Edge of Tomorrow by far. I don't think it's close.
I think you're wrong. You
still haven't given me a good argument for what the character growth actually is. Like, what is the theme of the Edge of Tomorrow?
From egotistical, I have like nobody, to being in this shit, being like, I understand people's. He goes from like, I'm the president, to I'm in the shit doing the thing.
Yeah, like how war works.
You don't know how war works.
I've seen Saving Private Ryan. I know that captain was a school teacher. I've seen it. Spoiler alert. I've seen Saving Private Ryan. I know how war works. First you're a nobody, and then you're a captain on storming Normandy. I get it. It's war.
What are the two greatest war franchises? It's
the two greatest war franchises? Band of Brothers is one. That's not
the Pacific. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Pacific probably loses to a few other movies. I think there's other war movies that do better than the Pacific.
Yeah.
Sure. Band of Brothers is
goated.
It's fantastic. It's unbeatable. I don't think there's another film that could do better, or another piece of cinema that could do better than Band of Brothers. I don't think it could be redone any better.
Yeah.
Are
we done with this fight? I could fight you on multiple things.
Did you? Well, let's save it for the next one. This one's a good one. I think every.
This one's gone on long enough.
Well, I mean, we didn't need to talk that much about it. I mean, this is a pilot, so it's not like we have an established. It's not like we have an established rule for how these we got to talk about it segments got to go.
What's sad though is like
how much you suck at this.
No,
that is sad. Pathetic. Embarrassing.
What's sad is
you should be sad.
I'm fighting with the dude that edits these videos.
Oh yeah, I'll just crop out all your best points.
The editor always wins.
That was actually there was an interesting YouTube short or Instagram reel.
I don't even care. It's
No, it's who is the strongest?
We're fighting or anything.
Who's the strongest character in all of the universes? And it was going off like Giga Chad, Final Boss, Steve from Minecraft, Goku, One Punch Man, and it's like none of these. It's the cameraman. And then it goes to an animated like cut of like a stickman holding a film camera following all these action scenes around.
Cameraman never dies.
Cameraman can't die. Unless I think the cameraman did die in South Park Imagination Land. When Imagination Land got nuked, the cameraman died, and that's like whenever you see a movie cut to the solid
afterwards?
Well, when the cameraman when the scene cuts to a solid white background, I think that's when cameraman dies. Like in the Matrix.
Imagination Land is just gonzo.
Well, I don't think the cameraman can follow people out of the Matrix. Because in the Matrix, well, that's not true because he is out of the Matrix for a lot of the movie, but I don't think the cameraman can survive in certain elements.
It's almost like the cameraman always survives. It's kind of like looking at
what are we talking about?
I don't even know.
I don't even think you've seen the reel I was referencing. So you're really just leaning into this, and I appreciate it.
You remember? You remember?
I remember. I remember.
Who was it that was viewing? Attack on Titan. They're viewing their memories. And then it was his brother.
Zeke.
Zeke was just realizing is like viewing shit through his memories. Like, I control everything, bitch.
Yep.
Even though
Aaron was in control. Oh, man. People aren't going to get that reference yet. We haven't talked about anime enough in the podcast.
No, they're not going to get the reference yet, but they get the reference that
in the future.
I am.
So this is a time-traveling podcast episode, time-traveling segment
I am.
Where we talk about the future?
I am Eren.
Eren Yeager.
And I control everything.
Oh, man. All right. So you refuse to concede?
What? You think I'm going to concede?
Yeah.
No. You're still wrong in all this.
Okay, so I don't remember what your biggest problem with the Tomorrow War was.
That's a shit movie.
Point to something. Give me something to talk about.
What
about it specifically was bad?
Story, execution, editing.
The editing wasn't bad. Where was there? There were no flaws in the editing. What are you talking about?
Maybe cinematography.
Maybe mediocre CGI for the time traveling thing, but that wasn't bad. The monster CGI was actually really good.
Same movie over and over again. It's so generically boring.
This is exactly how I feel about The Edge of Tomorrow. So bored, same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Well, mine was made 10 years before yours was.
Yeah, but mine's got a better actor.
Does it?
Maybe. I don't know. I might have been wrong there. I might have put the cart before the horse on that one.
Well, I'm actually asking because do I consider Tom Cruise to be a good actor?
I think Tom Cruise's best acting is behind him by a long way.
What? Well, do
you
ever consider him to be a good actor?
Yes.
Or is he more of a star than anything?
No, Tom Cruise is a great actor.
Actor?
Yeah.
Actor.
Tom Cruise is a great actor. His best films are behind him.
For me, and then I'm just also like, no, he's not that great. But
Chris Pratt is a great actor.
Tom Cruise does have my favorite movie behind him.
Yeah? What's that? If it's Edge of Tomorrow, I'm going to fucking stop recording. We're just going to be done.
It's Edge of Tomorrow.
Oh, it's The Last Samurai.
I fucking love that movie.
It is a good movie. Why are you whispering when the microphone sensitivity is so low? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, so much.
Last
Samurais.
But you just asked me if Tom Cruise can act. Yes, he obviously can act. He's really good. Chris Pratt, I think actually.
He can also act. Yeah.
I think Chris Pratt has more diversity of acting under his belt.
I won't.
He's done a wider range of projects.
I won't fault them or fight against them. They're both great. Chris Pratt is like, he's young.
He's got a lot to go, and
I won't say he's young in person. I'm
Sure.
saying he's young in his acting career.
Yep. He's got a long way to go.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good.
Yep.
He's very likable.
Very.
Everyone likes him.
Everybody
Everyone
likes
likes him.
Raymond. Everybody loves Raymond.
He's beautiful. But
I mean, do you agree that Chris Pratt has a more diverse range of acting ability? He's been in a more diverse range of films.
I will concede that.
And I don't think that means Tom Cruise couldn't do it. I think Tom Cruise is good enough that he could, but he doesn't have that same experience.
Cruise is a star. There are no more stars these days.
Right.
Pratt, yeah, he can do a lot. Because, I mean, he fucking killed it with Terminal List.
Yeah. He was awesome in that, and I think a lot of people underappreciated what that was going to look like. I think a lot of people went into Terminal List thinking Chris Pratt can't be a serious actor, and Chris Pratt pulled it off. I think.
Yeah, so he can be in drama.
Yep.
He can be an action star.
Comedy.
We
haven't seen him in horror yet.
Horror, he'd probably just be like the comedic relief.
Yeah, probably.
But
I think.
Oh my God, Scream! Don't go for me. You always go for the black kids first.
And Chris Pratt's painted his face black for that movie. Don't kill me. I like the Kim Kardashian. I like the Kim Kardashian joke he makes in Parks and Rec. It's like everyone likes a good
comeback story.
Everybody's got a good comeback story. It's like Seabiscuit, Mighty Ducks, Kim Kardashian. Well, in the movie, in the film, she gets to come on her back. That was funny. That was very funny.
The best was someone had an issue or whatever, and it's like he typed into the URL address. It's like, it seems like you have connectivity issues.
Oh, that's good. Okay, so I guess neither of us is going to make any headway on this. I think what we should do is we should probably put up a poll and let people decide for us. I think that's what we should do.
I think we should too.
All right.
Because I'm going to win.
If you're an audience member listening to this and you've made it this far, please don't let him win.
And
all right,
we're going to put up a
poll.
No, we're going to do another favorite movie.
Ooh. We got another we got to talk about this segment?
No, it's against all of each other.
Oh, War Room?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to do
another War Room.
We got to do another War Room.
Oh, against each other.
We should really just pick 3 random movies that all of us have seen, and then we should just defend them.
Oh, because I want to talk about The Last Samurai.
I know you do, but we've talked about The Last Samurai before. Oh, you picked The Patriot.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a mistake for you.
Yeah.
All right. We should call it there. This has been a good conversation. We'll leave it at that one. If you like this video, let us know in the comments that you want to see more of these We Gotta Talk About This segments. These are going to be more of a random hodgepodge of things TheCody and I just kind of get hung up on and need to debate and we need to hammer out. So these will be coming through a lot less frequently as the podcast and other live streams. But if you did like it, make sure to let us know by smashing the like button. Subscribe to the channel. Share us around on social media and let us know what you think. Look around for that poll.
Time travel makes no sense.
Your time travel makes no sense. It's powered by alien goo and
look at
plot.
These bitches. They're just walking out on a football field and it's like,
people can't see what you're looking at right now. Stop making my editing harder.
If they watch your shitty ass movie.
They'll get the reference. All right, guys, we'll leave it there. Peace. You're still wrong.